Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for OSRS. This week we have the Trawler improvements and equipment rebalance part 1. So they do plan on releasing things in stages for the equipment rebalance and get feedback as they're going through, of course, because there was feedback being received before with the devlogs, but they want to make sure as it's implemented it's fitting. So first up we have the fishing trawler, and then there's the game time and lobby. So first, the duration of the minigame has been halved from 10 minutes to 5 minutes to make it more actual, fun. But this does mean that the rate of obtaining the angler's outfit has changed from 1 in 8 to 1 in 12 because, well, obviously, if you can do these faster, it should be a little bit more rare. To reflect the shorter game time, which they actually say is just for that kind of balances too. It does say also Murphy will become more vocal too, so be sure to actually notice that. But he'll actually indicate how much time you have left, so heed his call and get cracking. There's also the contribution meter, they have the taking the place of the old activity meter, this shiny new contribution meter. You'll need to be actively participating in the game to reap the rewards. So you can't just go do nothing and have one person, doing everything. Everybody needs to be participating to an extent. And then we have the Kraken, which is the infamous Grumpy Kraken. So he's not too happy about the disruption of the waters, so now players will have to deal with this slippery sea creature at the same time as maintaining their ship. So you kind of add to it, the Kraken's tentacles will pop out of the water next to the net, preventing you from getting any more fish until it's been dispatched. So you do actually need to take care of that. The net will also need to be fixed. It can be damaged. So it's something to kind of keep in mind, but attacking the tentacles will act, and fixing railing will grant a larger amount of contribution than the other activities on board. So now you can climb the ladder to beat off the offending tentacle and have it vanish for at least a little bit. That's fantastic. So now there's more ways to get contribution in it. So it says, obviously, the smaller fishy friends are not smart enough to steer clear of this monstrosity, so keep attacking him because he can drastically reduce the fishing XP you receive at the end of the game. So, keep that in mind. You do need to check and take care of them. And it says you'll still need to bring your rope, swamp paste, and swamp paste. So, keep that in mind. Your bucket, whatever you need. The rewards, so some other activities aboard the ship will earn you a little XP. Repairing the net will yield you a pinch of crafting XP, while fixing the Kraken-made holes will yield a smidge of construction XP, as long as you have a player-owned house. So you have to have a house in order to actually start getting construction XP from it. But once you've completed your trawler adventure, you'll be rewarded per usual with the fishing XP. And the fish from your haul. At full contribution, you'll find 50% more fish in your net. On top of that, fish caught with the trawler will now get 50% more fishing XP than before. So it pays to give in. Fish will also give approximately 50% more fishing XP for each fish obtained during that game too. So that's a hefty chunk, so you really want to do that. So, the equipment rebalance part 1 looks like it takes more of a melee kind of approach. And keep in mind this goes for all melee type stuff. So the range attack stats have been increased from -1 to 0. And this is for the medium helmets, and that's all the way through bronze through rune, which also includes the white medium helms, and also includes the gilded ones, so keep that in mind. Oh, it includes dragon too, sorry. And full helmets, the stats have been reduced from -2 to -3, So this is, again, your bronze through dragon and the white and decorative helmets. And like anything, gold and trimmed heraldic. It does include the initiate and proselytes. It does include Dragonstone, Ardone, and corrupted helmets. Iron Man, Ultimate Iron Man, and Hardcore Iron Man helmets are also impacted. Plate legs. The ranged attack has been reduced from -7 to -11. And this is, again, pretty much the same thing. Bronze through dragon, white decorative, gold trim, heraldic, initiative, proselyte, corrupted, plate skirts, Dragonstone, Ardone Knight, Iron Man, Ultimate, Hardcore. And then we have the plate bodies, which is getting a reduction from -10 to -15. And it's the same thing again, you know, bronze through dragon, white, decorative, heraldic, gold, trimmed, initiate, proselyte, Dragonstone, Ardone, corrupted, Iron Man, Ultimate, Hardcore. Square shields, the range stats have been increased from -2 to 0, and that is bronze through dragon, which includes the white square shields and the gold rune square shield. Kite shields have been reduced from -2 to -3, and that is again bronze through dragon, white, gold, all versions of steel, including the adamant, rune, heraldic shields, corrupted shield, and decorative shield. Spear attack rate has been decreased from 4, so it was 6, it's now 4, and that is bronze through rune. And dragon spear has been going, well, is now 5 to 4. Warhammers, now require strength to wield instead of attack, so that's something to keep in mind. So the stats have swapped to attack, and that's bronze through rune and white warhammers. If you have not met this requirement, the item will be unequipped into your inventory, if not full. Failing that will go to your bank. If it's full there, it'll drop to the floor when you log in. So do keep that in mind, that if you have everything full, your Warhammer will drop. So do be ready for that if that's the scenario. Mace's attack rate has been decreased from 5 to 4, and that is bronze through dragon and white maces. Hostile attack rate has been decreased from 5 to 4. This is bronze through dragon and all poison variants. The Twisted Bow prayer bonus has been reduced from +4 to 0. That's disappointing. And Dragonstone Gauntlets, the ranged attack has been reduced from -2 to -3. Both Dragonbone and Bone Crusher necklaces have had all attack stats increased from 0 to 10. All defense stats increased from 0 to 2, and their melee strength bonus increased from 0 to 2. They also now require 70 prayer to wield instead of 80, and both necklaces effects are activated immediately. So that's fantastic news there. And the Basilisk Knights have lost their special attacks, although the superior Basilisk retain it. These attacks can also no longer be fully broken by auto-retaliating with range. That's it for the first one. However, we still have some more stuff going on. We have Last Man Standing here. So more chests have been added around the map, specifically to final zones. Chests are now more visible. The amount of scenery in certain areas makes the environment feel more open, as spawn locations have been improved. And other news, we have Below Ice Mountain changes. The golems now drop a noted rune essence. The Camdoozle collection log tab will now be turned green when player has completed the collection. The collection log now displays totals correctly, since new items within Camdoozle were added. A small fishing net has been placed within the ruins. Any text mentioning the ancient forge has been adjusted to refer to the sacred forge. A small typo has been fixed in the Below Ice Mountain buff interface. PvP World Rota has moved to Period A, so the high-risk PvP world is 343 Germany. Standard world is 324 US West. Free-to-play PvP is 417 US East. Members only LMS is World 333 UK. And free-to-play LMS is World 469 US East. In addition to this, as additional special characters such as the underscore can now be rendered in chat, so go on, express yourself. Dialogue and quest progression in the Grand Tree quest has been improved. The Scaven map now stays with the player upon death. The Amlode's magical supplies has a slower price increase in runes to match the popular rune stores. The anti-ulting mechanic implemented last week has been applied to the abyssal demons, the catacombs, demonic gorillas, and the warp jellies. The catacombs, abyssal demons have had their maximum walking range increased slightly too. This will allow people in groups more easily between rooms. Well, to move more easily. It says this will allow people to group more easily between rooms. Sorry. So easier groups. But that's actually it for this week's update, guys. Do be sure to give them feedback on the equipment rebalance, because of course if there's enough people who don't like the changes, they will look at it and see if there's more that needs to be done. So keep that in mind. But that'll do it for this week. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.